So we're talking about blogging. So, and I've been blogging for about 6 years. So, but I'm going to hand over to Sam, and she's going to tell you a little bit about the backstory as to why we're here.
So I am very new to blogging, and after a session with my coach, they suggested blogging as a window of connection, as a nurse, visibility and professional contribution. I approached Teresa Chinn as an expert to help get me started. Discussions between us led to a revised Twitter chat that was led by Teresa about blogging, and we held that on the 1st of March in 2018. And this chat was really helpful and inspiring to get me blogging. It alleviated my fears and encouraged me to just go for it. I wrote my first blog on the 24th of April 2018. During the Twitter chat, I suggested it'd be really exciting if more nurses could blog and celebrate NHS 70 together, and then 70 Nurse Blogger hashtag was born. We chatted with NHS England's Anthony Tiernan, and Jane, thank you Jane, expanded the hashtag to include midwives as well. I would like to say a huge thank you to Paul Hemingway for all his support, and to Jane, and to all other nurse leaders at all levels, inspiring our blogging experiences, especially Hilary Garrett, Ruth May and Viv Bennett. And lastly, but by no means least, I'd like to say thank you to Jenny the M for leading this campaign on behalf of midwives, and to Teresa, who's brought this ambition to life, simply and accessible to all. To all nurse and midwifery bloggers, midwife bloggers, who have made this idea a reality, you are amazing, and we acknowledge and celebrate you very much.
So, here's how it works. We want you to get involved, everybody in this room, everybody watching, everybody out there in the Twitterverse, in the virtual universe. We want you to write a blog. We want you to write it in a Word document, put it in your notes on your phone, draft it in an email. You might have a little bit of trouble if you write it the old-fashioned way, the way that I have this morning. But we want you to write a blog. And we want you to put it somewhere. So you can either create your own blog space via somewhere like WordPress or Medium, or you can pop it on somebody else's blog. You can pop it up on the We Community's website. You can pop it on your own trust website, anywhere. But the idea is we want you to get your story out there. You can be a new blogger like Sam. You can be an old blogger like me. I'm still thinking that sounds quite derogatory, an old blogger. I don't feel old. But the idea is that you share your story, and you share it using either 70 nurse bloggers or 70 midwife bloggers, obviously depending upon your profession. I have to say, so far, the response has been utterly amazing. We've had so many nurses and midwives blogging, and it's not so much about the numbers for me, but it's actually about the breadth of what they're talking about. It's about the breadth of the people that are actually blogging. We've got old bloggers, there's that word again, new bloggers, men, women, students, leaders, educators, newly qualified, long-time qualified, retired nurses and midwives, and even nurses from as far away as the USA and Nigeria. So, you know, everybody's kind of sharing their perspective and sharing their journey. We've done kind of so well so far that actually we've now divided the country into 4 quarters. So we've kind of reached that 70 mark, but actually we want to go a bit further, and we want to encourage 70 nurses from the north, from the south, from the east, and from the west. And I can say now that currently, as we stand, as a hardened southerner, the north is in the lead. That's not good news, is it? So come on, south, let's get going. Of course, east and west too. So what we wanted to do was in the short time that we've got, we wanted to kind of just really give you a flavour of what's been shared. So Sam and I are just going to read some of the blogging moments that have resonated most with us. And Sam's going to start, so if I pop that there.
I'm going to just put
Take
my
it away,
iPad
Sam.
on it so that I don't drop it. Well, hello there. My first ever blog of my life. This is something I have to get used to first times, and what I am embarking on is a way out of my comfort zone.
You want to be a nurse, do you? What do nurses do? Are you clever enough to be a nurse? What do you think makes a good nurse? Do you have the qualities to be a nurse? What do you want to do when you qualify?
I feel like we're dancing here. Cupping. Yes, I said cupping. Cupping Chinese fireballs was also shown to us to treat lower back pain. This involved 2 cups being heated by fire and placed onto the skin in various places repeatedly in order to increase circulation. Then, what seemed to be a large bandage soaked in medicine was placed onto the back, along with 2 wet towels. After this, 95% alcohol was syringed onto the towels, then set alight.
Then my first hospital experience as a student nurse was too awful. It was a 12-hour shift at an NICU. I was terrified of everything, from my instructor to my skills. It was a moment I don't want to look back to. Like, seriously, I even want to stop writing here.
The newspaper headline read, "Man gives birth at Northwick Park Hospital."
Fun and humour became our golden thread as a team in all aspects of developing, enabling and maintaining our professionalism as nurses. It kept us connected as a team, productive, competent and accountable to each other.
I had other plans for my 70 midwife bloggers post, something better researched, more topical, some lovely commentary or analysis of what's currently happening in the world of midwifery today. Oh, and did you hear that there was a royal baby born recently too? But no, today, managing to write a blog post, any blog post, in my currently overwhelmed student midwife existence is enough, more than enough.
My plea to you is not just to hold on to good ideas, but to get them out there, share them, watch them grow. I'd love you to start now.
I found myself taking several moments throughout the day, either feeling devastated that life can be so unfair to such wonderful people, or feeling incredibly grateful with what I have in my own life.
I woke up very early to get ready for my first day as a newly qualified community nurse in my blue uniform. The feeling was quite surreal. I had mixed emotions. I was no longer a student nurse in a grey uniform.
No matter how much planning we do, it seems like having an uninterrupted lunch is not on the card for school nurses.
Probably all nurses, maybe. After 34 years, I can still remember her. Why is it that some people we care for seem to make an indelible mark on our memory?
When you look each other in the eye, you are one and the same. At that moment in time, in that place, you are connected by the mere process of being.
Whenever anyone asks a nurse what do they do, I want them to reply, I am a nurse, and we are always so much more than the title we have on our name badges.
Blogging is my release. It's my shout or my whisper. It's my cup of tea at the end of my day. Writing a blog helps to clear my mind, and it helps me to move forward within my role as an NHS midwife.
I didn't understand the physiology of breech birth at this time. It has always been taught as something abnormal, an obstetric emergency. I could never understand, though, how breech birth could be so abnormal if babies were on occasion born like this.
I'm losing my place. When the emergency buzzer goes off at work, don't we all run? We never know what we are running towards, but we are aware of the simple fact that it's an adverse situation. And yet, here we all are, throwing caution to the wind and running hell for leather towards it, so that we can use our expertise to help somebody in need.
As a newly qualified nurse, I can safely say my main shtick is feeling like somebody is going to walk onto a ward, probably with red trimmings, and say, "You don't know what you're doing."
So now, I want to be the advocate and fight for women, allowing them to have the births that they want.
And finally, as a nurse and blogger myself, I encourage more nurses and midwives to blog. Quite simply, it provides a platform to showcase the fantastic contribution that our professions have made to healthcare over the years. And I think Jane's words say it all, really, that blogging gives nursing and midwifery an opportunity to tell the world what nursing and midwifery looks like in 2018. We have the power, and it's literally at our fingertips, to share our lives, our viewpoints and our knowledge, and to tell our story. So Sam and I hope that you'll join us and blog for NHS 70. And if you want to find out more, you can email us or tweet us. The hashtags are up there, and so are our Twitter handles. Please do kind of get blogging, tell your story, share your story, and let's show the world what nursing and midwifery looks like in 2018. Thank you all very much.
I think that deserves a huge round of applause again for Jane, Sam and Teresa. I think Jane gave us some fantastic insights, taking us back from the start of the NHS and bringing us right up to today. And then Sam and Teresa